is up? It's your favorite asshole, Coleman McAllister, here at the McAllister Hours, joined today by our co-host, Molly. We're doing this in filler of a live episode that we usually do every weekend because I will be in Rock Island, Illinois, with OBS, both recording a track and doing a podcast. So that is why we're not going to be live, but this is the episode in place of it. Y'all can suck a dick if you don't like it. Tune in next week.
Okay, you'll be in Rock Island, huh?
Well, I guess we both will.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
now I'm not going. Now I'm staying home.
Cool. That gives me ample opportunity to hit the strip club.
Good.
In Rock Island.
I hope you get a disease.
Rock it with some $40 a gram legal cannabis. I don't know. I think I'll stop by the pot shop at least, just check it out. Curious how it is.
Now you say you're going to. Again.
I'm saying it for the sake of the podcast. I probably won't.
Because I suggested that, and you're like, no, that's dumb.
Which is exactly why I'm bringing it up on the podcast, just to fuck with you.
I hate you.
You continue to help every week. I always give you the out. I'm like, Molly, if I know I'm a dick if you don't want to do this. I understand.
Yeah, but then if I don't do it, you'll also just start complaining. Oh, I can do this all by myself and it's hard to do alone. Molly, come back. I'm sorry.
Molly, I want you back. You have to offer your insight. You have to battle your demons. You have to conquer your dragons and face your fears. I had a clomp addiction that threw me into a bad trip. I saw cows get angry and try to eat me. So there's a problem. There's a problem here in Des Moines that needs to be addressed on a podcast. I'm saying that I'm doing this jokingly in a sense, but really not, because it is a really serious situation. Several different people have been revealed as being people who are groomers, sexual predators in the music scene. The one that was most recent today, this was an Instagram post from Movement 515 posted this. In the name of, I assume this is them.
Do you need me to read?
Do you want to read?
Do you need me to?
You can read. Yes, go for it.
The whole thing?
I'll tell you when to stop.
Okay, in the name of community and transparency, we are coming to you today with the heartbreaking news that the recently passed Run Des Moines, or Run DSM co-founder Kristopher Rollins has been outed as a predator and groomer. Our organization was made aware that Kristopher was involved with the Run DSM and DMPS alumni. This ongoing relationship began when the student was a minor. For her protection, she will not be named. Community members who are aware of her identity, we ask you now more than ever to lead with love and refrain from victim blaming. Right now, our world is so heavy, sometimes kindness is the only thing that can carry us.
Yeah, skip to the next paragraph, please.
Run DSM has made a vow to create safe and brave spaces for the young people of Des Moines. In order to ensure we can commit to this vow after the predatory behavior of one of our co-founders, we understand that the space must change drastically. The future of this movement will look much different in the coming weeks. We ask the community, as we come together, to show up for one another. Changes are being made for femme-bodied alumni, with students' safety at the center of each choice. All right,
that's enough. I think people get the point. But yeah, it sucks, because I feel like people don't talk about this. All these, it's like anything they put on a face. I'm glad that they're addressing it. Truly, I think that's a good thing. I don't know. What are your thoughts? Do you have any thoughts?
I had no idea about any of this.
This is news. Well,
Yeah.
this is the purpose of the McAllister Hour. Is we're breaking news. Breaking news that everyone needs to know about.
I mean, good for them. For
Good for him. Grooming the girl.
Good for them.
Molly, what the fuck?
Rid of
God.
him.
God.
And at least they're openly addressing it and not trying to like shove it under the table. And
Yeah.
it's nice that they're not mentioning who the victim is.
Yeah, no, that's very good. So this is very recently dropped, but there was another guy that we were actually going to have on the podcast. His name's Gloom Balloon. He's actually since deleted his Instagram account.
Oh.
But there was a video I had pulled up on another window. This was like, I want to say 8 months ago. 8 months ago or some shit like that. Yeah, so this is kind of, I haven't actually... Oh, it's just him in the trash and flicking him off. You mind blowing that up, please? Zoom in it so we can read it.
So it was upsetting when you discover that someone you respected is actually a person you've lost all respect for.
Here, we mute that.
We first met Pat in 2010 while we were living in Kansas City. Our dear friend David was playing with the Poison Control Center, and as a result, we hosted the band when they passed through the state on their never-ending tour. The band would stay with us for days at a time. We considered them friends. Upon moving back to Iowa, we helped Pat and his then-wife move, blind to the fact that he was at the time having an affair with multiple women. As time passed, suspicions were raised, but no one really ever came forward. But now it's all there, clear for you to see. The romantic nice guy thing is just a front. Pat Gloom Balloon Fleming is a creep. Plenty of us admired. We blind something was happening.
Alright. Get it.
Yeah.
So this guy was like the Tiger Woods of the Des Moines music scene, pretty
Lies,
much.
manipulation, and predatory behavior.
Yeah, he was. I think there was something where he was grooming underage women. He was having affairs, and I just remember that blowing up because there's some people. He worked for the Des Moines Music Coalition as well. Yeah, buddies with Jordan. Yeah, this is.
I don't know that. Just because you work in the same department as someone.
Yeah, I don't really know that.
I'm not friends with everybody I work with at the hospital. I don't even know everybody.
Yo, I bet. Yeah, no, I'm not gonna go there.
Yeah, you shut up.
Not that this is funny at all. I'm just fucked up.
People cope with humor.
Yes, yeah. Well, that's the point. That's the purpose of the McAllister Hours podcast. I think is to take to inform people, but at the same time, is like comedy is a way to inform people, in a way, truly, But yeah, I'll be curious to see what these musical and school institutions do. But I don't know if it's the rise of kind of the awareness behind it, or because this guy, that guy previously, he's dead now, right? That's what the letter said.
No.
Or the person that was abused is dead.
No.
In that first one?
No.
Go back.
They kicked him out.
Yeah, but didn't it say he was now deceased?
No.
Yeah, the recently passed Run DSM co-founder Kristopher Rollins has been out as a predator and groomer. Yeah, so he died. Anyways, whether he's dead or not a good guy. Yeah, let's look him up, because I didn't actually do this. And take off put on the real spectacles for a minute.
Oh, he killed himself.
Oh, shit! God damn! Let's check that out. Spicy!
That wasn't working. I don't know why. I clicked it, I swear.
Google, you suck. Des Moines Public School spokesman Phil Roeder said Dr. Kristopher Rollins was put on leave last Thursday and he died at home Friday. Oh, okay. Well, you know what? Good.
He was put on administrative leave the day before.
Damn. Brown's death at his home Friday came one day after he was put on. Yeah, you just said that. Sorry, I'm retarded.
So yeah, was having a relationship with one of his students.
Creepy. So Gloom Balloon is like the Tiger Woods of Iowa music, and this guy's like the Jeff Epstein of music.
Except he did kill himself. And that's where I take my leave.
Oh, Jesus. That was a good one. Molly's been promoted.
So I get paid now?
Yeah, I'm going to start paying you in Bitcoin. I'm going to start paying you like a 10,000th of a Bitcoin every month. That's what I'm going to pay you.
Or real money.
You know, I actually invested in Bitcoin, believe it or not.
I know you did. With my money.
No,
More than that?
More than that, yeah. So here's what I do. I put like 8% of my paycheck into Bitcoin. So it's just a base. You're giving me the worst luck right now.
How much is that?
Less than $50.
Less than 50?
Yeah, Molly, if you think of it as savings, it's not that much. Oh, Jesus.
Okay, but are you going to be able to pull that back out? It's not savings.
No, you can pull it back out.
You can pull your money back out.
Yeah. Yeah, you just sell your crypto. And then you get your money back. It's true. No, you're not. It's not just like in crypto. But that's the thing, though, is like more companies are switching to having crypto options. So you could even pay. I was listening to a podcast last night where a guy was talking about how he lives off crypto.
Where does this guy live?
Not in Iowa.
Exactly.
Look, I'm not saying that I'm going to start living off crypto. I'm just saying putting a small amount of money every paycheck into crypto and letting it be a base. It's like putting money into stocks or like penny stocks. You're just you're letting it increase over time. That's the whole point. As the US dollar fails, that increases naturally. Bitcoin's on the rise. It's skyrocketed this year, and it's just going to
keep your pen down.
It's going to keep going further and further and further. Avada Kedavra. Anyways, back to the pedo.
I know you throw things to be dramatic, but who's gonna end up picking that up later?
You, of course.
Yeah.
Well, that's your job.
This is not my job.
This is part of your promotion.
No, it's not.
Cleanup duty.
No, I did not agree.
That's why I'm paying you the 10,000 of a Bitcoin.
No.
It's because you're gonna start cleaning up.
I already clean up sometimes.
Anyways, I have a solution for the problem. The problem here with the music people. Because I used to be
a creepy music person too.
That also. Still am by some standards. No. But being a former music student, I have some experience with these kinds of people who go into this field. And people need to stop hiring the church boy virgin who plays World of Warcraft all day and has this fixation, because all these people, like, they wanted to fuck the hot chick in their high school class, and they never got to, and then they become teachers, and then they keep trying to fuck that. This is a generalization, obviously. But stop hiring that person. Hire normal people. We need to start hiring more lesbians as music school.
The thing is, with the Kristopher Rollins guy I was reading, he's not what you were describing. He was big into urban art and hip hop and created all these like hip hop.
He's friends with Drake, I see.
Hip hop programs. Speaking of Drake.
What are you talking about? The feud?
What?
The feud?
What feud?
With him and Kanye. I don't give a shit.
No, I don't know anything.
What about
I was just watching a TikTok today, though. Where it was a clip of an interview, Millie Bobby Brown.
No idea.
Stranger Things, 11.
Oh.
Was talking like she's 14 years old.
That she's gonna blow up on OnlyFans when she turns 18.
I don't think she's that kind of person. I don't know her.
They all are though.
They are not. They
all turn 8. Yeah, well I look, that is a exploit in the system.
And also OnlyFans is banning.
It happened to all of them. It happened to the bad Barbie.
That's a certain Barbie. Kind of person though.
What happened to the Billie? Billie
Eilish didn't.
She has OnlyFans. No,
she does not.
Okay, well, she's not doing the OnlyFans. She's gonna be doing the TikTok ass videos. She's gonna be doing that as soon as she I'm sorry. I'm just going off on a tangent here. Anyway, she was having an interview about Drake, or what?
She's 14 years old and texting Drake about boyfriend advice.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Well, he has a history of
I know.
Dancing with.
And that's what people are saying. As soon as she's 17 now, as soon as she turns 18, if he starts to like date her or something.
Jesus. Well, in New Jersey, the legal age of legal consent is 16, I'm pretty sure.
I mean, it's 16 here too.
For any age? I thought it was just a 5-year window. I thought when they turn 16, they have like a 5-year window or whatever. Like they can fuck someone that's like 21 if they're 16, but nobody older. That's what I understood.
I don't know.
Cause I was looking because I was trying to fuck the kitties. No, I'm kidding. They're gonna clip that out and they're gonna arrest me next week.
Yep. I'll give evidence.
Anyways, creepy people out there. Also, Steve McFadden, he just came under some fuck. He's not music, but we might as well throw him under the bus.
Yeah, he's not predatory, but.
Oh well.
Well, like minors at least.
Oh well, no. I don't think he's involved. At least this way he knows. He probably has his own fucking island. He probably has a fucking island on a lake somewhere with a little shack. They takes influential Iowa Des Moines leaders, and they fucking shack. And yeah, they have a little videotape and everything.
I've never been to any of his establishments, and I do not intend to go.
I used to go to Grumpy Goat quite a bit. I didn't know. I mean, at the time, I didn't know anything about Steve McFadden.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't even know where it is.
I lived pretty close to him in West Des Moines. It was a decent vibe. I don't know. It was alright.
Yeah, because he wasn't there.
Do you think Steve McFadden is just the failed Steve Madden? He's like
no, that was lame.
He's he's the Irish. He's Steve Madden's Irish kid who just changed his name to McFadden because he want his dad to be associated with him, or vice versa. He's like, I'm gonna be my own person. I'm gonna move to Des Moines, Iowa. I'm gonna be Donald Trump of Des Moines, Iowa. And his dream came true. Instead of Trump Tower, he has a grumpy goat. Anyways, enough of open night stand up. It's been a pleasure.
Next person.
Up next, we have asshole and co-host to the McAllister Hours, Molly Reardon.
Now you just sound like you're...
Ooh! Get the fuck out of here, you fucking bitch! Stupid! You suck! Choke! I told you I was going to rail on you when we started. Anyways, this ad is brought to you. No.
This ad is brought to you. So this ad is sponsored.
This ad is sponsored by the podcast.
You have to watch the ad and then the ad.
This entire what we've been doing has been a giant ad for child safety awareness.
Birth control. Don't have kids.
The true way to avoid the pedophilia problem: just don't have kids. Then they don't have anyone to fuck. And then we don't have any people in general, and that really solves a lot of problems.
Yeah, then humanity could die, and it's fine.
Yeah, it all works out. Mm-hmm. You know, I know you don't really like talking to the microphone, but you can still attempt to talk into it if you want. You don't have to. We are an all-inclusive podcast here, and we do not want to force. We want this to be a safe space.
Cool. You look so smug and proud of yourself. I just want to hit you.
I'm in the groove, man. Number 81. 81.
I love how you can't stand to have, like, the air conditioning on in the background because it has a hum, but you can smack the table as hard as you want and that noise is fine.
Hey, it's called dead air, okay? I'm trying to avoid it. If that involves me having to pound my fists on the table, then that is what I'll do.
Baby doesn't like it either. Also, you smashed my finger.
Good. That's part of the promotion. You become my punching bag.
Shut up. I'm gonna hit you.
So you and I are both we're both in school and have been, current / former participants in the brainwashing machine. No, I'm kidding. That's not where we're gonna go. I have plenty of things, plenty of stories and plenty of things to say about college. But Molly, what do you have any fun experiences? What was it like, graduating high school and going to college? Because you had kind of the not non-traditional route, but like the smart route,
Mm-hmm. You mean like community college?
Yeah.
I mean, sorry.
We'll let that out. It's all good.
Part of the whole reason I went to community college was my ex and I had this plan.
Yeah.
And we were going to go to community college for 2 years. And then we were going to go to Iowa State together. And we're going to be roommates. And we're going to graduate together. And, I mean, even besides that, I wanted to save money. I didn't really want to spend 4 years up in Ames. But she dropped out after a semester. She failed out, I should say. She failed all of her classes.
It wasn't her. It was the class.
It was the
It was
system. Yeah.
No, I think she had mental retardation. I think that's what it was.
School was never her strong point.
I mean, this is the woman who wouldn't bow down to getting sued until the last minute, so she obviously wasn't very bright.
So that's the whole reason I went, but it worked out.
So here's the first problem, right? Is that if anyone is pursuing college and listening to this right now, do not base your fucking college experience off the person that you're with.
Please.
There's so many fucking people that I knew in high school that fucking did that. They went to fucking Northwest College in Orange City. They oh my lover is going to be a pastor at North Iowa Community College, so I'm going to go teach third grade in the same school that I went to. And swarms of people do this, you know. Be yourself.
Yeah.
If the person that if you guys are going to go your separate routes in college, you're probably not going to work out. And if you do work out, that wouldn't be an issue.
It depends. It depends on what you care about. Like, some people really don't give a fuck where they go to college. Like, the location doesn't matter.
Well, I mean, we can talk about the value of college later. I guess I can understand that.
So, like,
I think that would be the smarter option. You know, go with what's available to you. Don't travel outside. You know, don't take any unnecessary.
So I don't think you're understanding what I'm saying.
Okay.
What I'm saying is that some people don't care what college they go to. So if their significant other is going to a college, they go there because it doesn't matter. What, like, it's just more convenient to go to school with your partner.
Look, I get that, but like the whole point of college is like growth. Don't you think that there's something like holding you back if you go that route?
No. Look at Kelly and David.
Yeah, and look, like I said, it does work out. It happens. But I mean, don't you think for like the large majority of people? I guess it just depends on your priorities, ultimately.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, but here's another good point. If your priorities are that and not college, maybe you shouldn't pursue college. Maybe you should just...
Well, no, it's not necessarily like... Because
that's another problem. Is everyone
going to college is a different matter. Like, you can want to go to college and want to get a specific degree and not care where you get it from.
Yeah, no, I understand that.
So, that doesn't help your last point. But
yeah, I kind of had a moment here where, you know, when you're in an argument and your point kind of just crumbles on itself. That kind of is what just happened. Yeah. Because I do see what you're saying.
Yeah. I don't know. My route for college, I kind of did it for my ex. Kind of did it because I wanted to save money. It all worked out in the end because I met one of my best friends, and I wouldn't have if I hadn't gone the route I went, because she's a year younger than me, and I would have had lots of friends that I could have gone to college with. But if you go to community college first and then go to a 4-year university after, you kind of isolate yourself.
Did you feel like you missed the boat in a way?
Yeah, I didn't fit in. I didn't fit in with the people. Like, it was like my first year at Iowa State, but it should have been my third year. So everyone who is my age, we're all this is their third year, and they have like systems down, and they do this and this and this, and I was still new to everything.
There weren't other people that you knew that were in your class that was the case. Because wouldn't you think that
there was thing? One? It wasn't super common. There was one girl that she did, and I was friends with her, but then she broke her leg, and so then she missed an entire year of college.
Damn, that would suck. Missing
And I didn't see her
leg.
for a year, and then I saw her back in some of my classes. Yeah, poor girl. I mean, you can't really get around. I don't know. I think she just mostly, like, I think she had, like, a moment. I don't know for sure. I wasn't super good friends with her, but I didn't go out with people, though, but also because of my ex, but
Yeah.
that's a different story.
Yeah, that was something that I don't know, I struggled with in college. It's weird. Like, after college, I actually had a period in my life where I was really like, after I dropped out, I should say. Because I did a semester and a half that I dropped out. And that was when I was in music education. And after that, I had, like, a period of, like, a year and a half where I was actually really social. I had a lot of parties. I had, like, 20 plus people in my apartment. We were smoking weed, drinking, all that. And, like, I that was just this weird period of my life where I was social, and I just retreated into a lot of introvertness. It was weird. But in college, I didn't really go to that many parties. You didn't go you didn't party at all. You didn't.
No, the one time
You were sober Sally.
The one time I was gonna go out to the bars with a friend, I had $2 in my bank account. I was like, I can't.
They didn't have any bars with nickel shots or something?
I don't know. I didn't go to the bar.
You just gotta turn the trick then.
I had a very bad mindset with college. Where I was very deeply involved with my ex, and she didn't like me hanging out with people. So I had this mindset of, I'm just here to get my degree. I don't need friends. I don't need to talk. Like, I don't need to make people, like, I don't need to socialize. Like, I'm going to be here for, like, 2 years, and then I'm gone. I'm never going to see these people again. Which is not good for socialization, which is why I don't have friends. But, like, the only I made a lot of acquaintances, but, like, the only lasting friendship I made was with one of my roommates. So.
Yeah, I don't keep in touch with anyone I went to college with, currently or previously. I've always, especially in the last couple years, I've always viewed it as separate from my life. Like, I always compartmentalize things. Like, into, like, this is work, this is school, this is my social life. You know, this is my podcast people, these are my, I don't have coworkers, but, my boss. So just shit like that. And, like, there are a lot of people that will try to blend all that together. I just never did that. That was kind of, like, all, like, the, the really shitty ways that colleges, like, try to get people to mingle with one another. Like, I was never able to, like, detach myself, be like, oh, hey, I'm gonna go, eat a really crappy sandwich and play beanbags.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. That was the kind of stuff I probably needed. Probably needed to be forced. Like,
I think someone just needed to give you a joint, honestly. I think you just need to take a walk, and then someone, oh shit, and you're like, oh, what's that? Try some. I think your college experience would have been better.
The only time I was ever drunk at college was one time.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What was this time?
So Iowa State does this thing where they do, like, I think it's once a month. It's called Iowa State After Dark, and it's like they have entertainment come, and they have games, and they have, like,
entertainment come. That's gross.
Shut up. And it's free to students. It's a way to basically, keep college students from, especially underage college students, from going and drinking and making dumb decisions. I was 21, obviously. I didn't start drinking until I was 21. But Jenna Marbles came. And so me and Carly, we did several shots of scotch.
Of scotch?
Scotch. Well, okay, so she had a bottle of scotch, and
that is the weirdest fucking thing to get drunk off.
It gets worse. she brought Pepsi. And she's like, like rum and coke. She's like, Scotch and Pepsi.
Do you know what bottle it was?
I don't. It was too long ago. And she's like, you'll like it, trust me. I'm like, no. I'm like, I can do shots if I have something to chase it with. And then I'll be fine, but I can't mix them. And she like poured me a drink. I took one drink and I almost threw up. I was gagging on it. It was awful. I don't know how much I drank, but enough to get me pretty tipsy. Like, not that it's not hard for me to lose my balance anyway, so I don't have to be super drunk to be like wobbly. So I was just pretty tipsy, and like we were like wobbled our way to Jenna Marble's, but Carly ended up puking in my bathroom before we left because she can't handle alcohol. She wasn't even like shit faced. She just like drank some and was like, it's not sitting well. Threw it up, and she's like, all right, I guess I'm done.
So how was that show? Like, what did she do? What would Jenna Marbles do for a live show?
So it was like kind of like a Q&A, just like her like talking.
So it was like a self-indulgent, like
like an interview, basically. Yeah. Who
would pay for that?
No, but it was free.
Oh, it was free. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, so it was like a college thing that they put on?
Uh-huh.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. It was really exciting, and it was cool. It's cool to see, 'cause I like Jenna Marbles. I know you don't. I know you can't stand her, but I love her.
No, I wouldn't say I can't stand her.
She is one of the most genuine people on the internet.
I thought that, what was the video? Thanks Obama. I thought that was hilarious. I always thought that was like the funniest thing.
I don't remember.
You don't remember the Thanks Obama video?
I've seen it, but I've seen all of her.
Let's pull that up. Let's watch that. Fuck yeah. Yeah.
But
look, I think the whole move to quit because of whatever she did, having an accent or what, like, I think that was overkill.
Okay.
I think that was just her bowing down to the mob, honestly.
It was multiple things.
Sure, but she's a content creator. You can't, especially if she's going to do funny stuff, she's going to have to push the envelope.
Look, she made an hour-long video apologizing because she made a video where she bought some fish and she bought the wrong things for them, and people in the comments had like let her know that she like hey, like, for the well-being of the fish, you shouldn't do this and this and this, and she felt so bad.
That's insane.
She's a real person.
No, that's not real. A real person is like okay, whatever. I fucking like.
She get over it. She apologized. She said, I didn't know, and then she said, here's the video so you can see what not to do. So.
Look, I get that. That's fine, but like an hour. That's insane.
Well, it was the video and her apologizing.
Ever since Obama has been reelected president, this whole country has gone to shit. Let me show you what I mean and how bad it is. This perfume smells like dick. Thanks, Obama. My dog took a giant shit on the carpet. Thanks, Obama. Thanks, Obama. There's too much trash here, and I only have 2 hands. Thanks, Obama.
This shit was
just
hilarious.
got my period again.
This was
Thanks,
high school.
Obama. This book sucks. Thanks, Obama. This porno isn't even any good. Thanks, Obama. SPF 30? That's racist. I need at least SPF 50. Thanks, Obama. What the fuck is in my...
See, and she is super funny in this still, but that's her more recent stuff is just her not giving a fuck. This is what I want to do, so I'm gonna do it.
But that's my point, is that she was doing that, but then she bowed down because it went too far and people got pissed.
Not even that. So, first of all, she's been on the internet forever.
Yeah.
For 10 plus years. Most of her adult life has been on the internet, posting every week. She started taking a couple 2 breaks a year where she just wouldn't post for 1 week, during Christmas and during New Year's, I think. So there was a 2-week break or something, and so she was making content all the time, and I think she finally was just you know what,
So you just think that was her tipping point where she was just burnt down?
Yeah, basically.
Okay, well,
and
I can see that.
People, and that's the thing is, like, especially during with, like, the whole George Floyd thing, like, people were wanting every single celebrity to speak up and say something and, like,
yeah, that was
make
so
a movement. And she said, like, people want me to talk. She's like, I don't have anything to say. Like, I'm not the right person. Like, I'm a little white girl.
Yeah,
Like, my voice does not matter right now, so that's why I'm not saying anything. And then,
well,
she was like, I'm not gonna make content for a while.
Look, and that's fine. I think the fact that she, I don't know, because if it was just her being burnt out, she could have just said, I'm just burnt out and I'm just not doing this anymore, and that would have been acceptable. And I mean, good for her for, feeling bad, I guess. But I guess I'm just saying, like, in the day and age when she was doing this kind of stuff, that didn't matter. None of this mattered. Nobody got offended. Nobody gave a shit. They thought it was funny. When she was, whatever the video was that was offensive way back then, people probably thought that was fucking, the same people who were calling her out probably thought that was fucking hilarious. Do you know what the video is? I assume you're pulling it up. Is it blackface?
Yeah.
A good old blackface. Always gotta love blackface, right? Let's pull up that.
It's Nicki Minaj.
No, just kidding.
I think I'm a difficult person to date because there's so many of me. Because there's plain Nicki Minaj, and that's me. And then there's Roman, who's very...
Nicki Minaj? I don't really know.
Keep doing it. It just didn't even sound like...
Who's Roman's mother. She's very...
Sound like an English lady.
And she lives in the UK, which has absolutely nothing to do with anything at all. And then
Nicki Minaj sounds British.
Oh, does she?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
It was this, and then this wasn't the big one though. There was a different one, and that's the thing is, neither one of them were like big things where she got called out on.
That's my point. Is like, and these
I
people
don't even,
just dug.
Well,
and
that's the thing
bounced.
is, I don't even know if people called her out on it.
Fuck, black face. That's like black body. Look at that shit.
Okay. So look.
Jesus Christ.
If I could go back, that was her skin color for a long time.
Oh, for real?
She tanned like a lot.
Oh god.
She was like a model. She was a model. She was like a not Playboy, but like.
Would you ever tan, Molly?
No. I'm okay being pasty.
I like pasty. I
obviously. What else am I doing here? You like people who have the consistency of bread dough. Color, shape, and texture.
Molly, you're on fire, man.
Thank you. See, she like this like.
Can I just say she looks like a porn star?
She did.
Oh,
yeah.
She did porn?
No.
Oh.
No, God, no. No, but like that's like this too. Like she was like a lingerie model.
That's not that bad.
No, but I'm saying like she used to be this blonde, tan, like that used to be her life.
So did she get started with lingerie modeling, or was that something that molded into her career? She started doing this in college. She has her master's, by the way. What do you know what in?
Sports psychology.
Okay, I'm sorry, that's not real master's.
It's psychology.
Yeah, but if you put sport at the beginning of anything on a degree, it's not real.
It's either sports psychology or sports.
Like if you get master in PE, I don't give a shit. Like,
Hang on.
Good. You can count how many kids are going around the gym. What does it say?
Master's degree in sports psychology and counseling. So she specifically went in to be a counselor for athletes, like professionals.
Do you think that would be a difficult thing to at her career? Do you think guys would just come in and just start jerking off?
I don't think so. Not like that, no. I think it would be difficult because it's such, like, a niche thing. Like, professional athletes have such a different mindset than other people, and, like, working with that would be extremely difficult, in my opinion.
Yeah.
They wouldn't be very good clients.
Yeah, well, and I can't imagine you can get very far intellectually with someone like that either, you know?
Yeah. And so while she was in school for this, she became a part of Barstool.
That's right. I did hear something about...
And she was...
Did they have some scandal
I don't know.
recently? Barstool? No. Doesn't look like it.
Not that I know of. So she started doing videos for them.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how she got on YouTube. And then she was enjoying it, and she's like, I'm gonna make my own stuff. And then she turned into the 30-year-old dog mom that she is.
Okay, so the height of her career was like when she was in her 30s?
No, she's in her 30s now.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, good. You know what? Good for her.
Yeah.
I'm not even like criticizing her. I'm criticizing the fact that she felt like she had, you know. I think it's obvious that she felt like she had to quit. You can. She had plenty of reasons, I'm sure, but one of those reasons had to be because she was getting all this pressure and all this hate.
But that's the thing, I don't think she was. Like, I think that, like, the pressure and hate was coming from herself.
There's no way she didn't. There's no way she didn't get hate for doing, like, blackface.
Like, a little, but not, like, I'm saying not, like, how, like, they, like, not part of, like, the cancel culture kind of thing.
I don't know. You obviously know a lot more about this than I do, but...
I think she put a lot under, like, she was talking one time. She took, like, several weeks off for vacation, like, a year or so before she quit. And she had never done that in the last, like, 10 plus years.
So like an eat, pray, love kind of thing, just going off into the jungle.
Well, like, her and her boyfriend, they went on vacation, and she's like, and I'm not gonna film, because what she would do if she was gonna go on vacation is she would, like, pre-make all her videos and have them ready to upload. Mm-hmm. And she was like, I'm not doing that this time, like, I'm going and I'm relaxing, I'm not gonna think about anything. And she, like, didn't post on social media or anything. And
white bitches gotta do that every once in a while, you know.
Everybody has to do that every once in a while. I mean, that's how she's getting her money, but... So I think there was a lot of I think she just needed a break, and I think once she had this break, that she's like, do I have to come back? No, not really. And
enlightening.
Maybe she's getting married. And I think that she'll at least continue to stay off the internet until after she gets married. Because people...
Except for her OnlyFans.
She doesn't have an OnlyFans. Not every fucking woman has an OnlyFans just because they're famous.
It definitely seems like it.
It does not. I don't know who the fuck you're looking at, but you're looking at a specific type of person, and you're like, oh, this must be all women.
It's probably the hip hop.
Yeah.
The hip hop ladies.
Yeah.
Hustling and grinding. Pop that pussy. I personally, I wouldn't marry someone who pulls their underpants down like that for a photo. That's just me. Okay, I'm done. You want to hear about the first time that I smoked weed in college?
Sure.
Do you have any last thoughts about Jenna Marble? No?
Nope.
See, this is the banter of the show. Let's see. This is my attempt at it, at least. Sometimes I push the envelope.
So what was your first time smoking weed? in college?
So the first time I smoked weed in college, my roommate at the time. So it's kind of funny. So my roommate got me into pot, and then I switched dorms for that half semester, and I got my roommate pot because I was like, I don't know. I don't know if I did get addicted to pot in a way in college, because I did kind of get to the point where I was just using it a lot. It's kind of still at the point.
I'm like, did it stop?
My joke is always we had so my freshman year of college was the 100th day of, I think they call it D-Days, Dakota Days or something, and it was just like tradition for people to get fucked up. But it actually sucked because like all the police departments were just like locking down. They were posting on their social media like riding horses, like, we're gonna arrest motherfuckers, they're out drinking. And they actually had like no arrest because everybody was just like, fuck this, we're gonna stay home, stay in, you know. But anyway, there was like I had a thing for that because it was a 7-day thing. I'm like, I'm just gonna smoke every day of this week, and I just kept smoking every day.
That was the first time you smoked weed?
No, okay. So the first time I ever smoked weed. Sorry, getting back to the roommate. So my roommate, there were, you know, it was like within the first month of my college. There were a couple times that, you know, I was still sober in that first month. And there was a couple times he came back and he, you know, stoned. You know, like I just lived on the pot floor. Like everyone smoked pot. And I never like hung out with pot. At least like I didn't like knowingly hang out with pot. Like I was never like around it or anything. And there's one time where a group of them came up to me and they're like, hey, we need somebody's car to go out and smoke. Mind if we use your car? I was like, sure. But y'all have to drive or something like that. I had to have someone drive. And I was just going to sit in the car and hang out. I wasn't going to smoke. So it was me, my friend, and then we were actually packed 4 deep in the back for a 3-seater, so that's illegal.
But smoking pot isn't. So we're really worried about is how many people in the car.
Let me put it this way. That's visually illegal. If we got pulled over, that would be they would notice that first. The fact that there are 4 people in the back. It'd probably before the pot. What?
I don't think that people get pulled over for that very often.
Anyways, so they were passing around this bowl, and I, you know, was it always low? I had no resolve. Mm-hmm. Me having no resolve, I was like, I'll try it. And you know, the first time you smoke, you never really, I don't know about, you know, about other people, but like for me personally, it was like the first time I got stoned, it wasn't, well, I smoked, I didn't get stoned. You're just kind of weird, and like things kind of feel weird, and you're paranoid and shit, and you kind of, you know, I was kind of loopy, but it wasn't. Anyways, so we finished driving around all that, get back, so it was 3 guys, 2 women, 3 men, 2 women, 2 guys, whatever. And we dropped off 2 women, and we went to the drive-through McDonald's, which was like right across the street. The car behind us gets pulled over by the cops. So we're chilling, all freaking out, all stoned, lights are up. Cops, you know, pull this car over, they're searching it and shit, and we're just sitting there like, freaking out. I remember I got Big Mac, and we went home. You know, went to the place. And then I was dating this chick at the time for like a really brief moment, and she was really anti-pot, anti-alcohol, all that. I didn't want her. I wanted to wait until she went to her floor so I could, you know, go back without her seeing me stoned shit. So I wait outside for like 10-15 minutes, come back in. My roommate grabs me by the shirt, pulls me in the dorm, and he's like, yo, one of the 2 girls we were with accidentally called 911. And the policy on campus is even if there's an accidental 911 call, officer has to go on scene and make sure everything's okay. So we went to our dorm rooms, locked the door, and we were sitting there eating our food. I had the best Big Mac I've ever had in my life, and we watched Planet Earth. I watched a guy fall into a hole. I freaked out, and I went to bed, listening to classical music. That was the first time I got stoned.
You just said you didn't get stoned.
The first time I smoked weed. I think the second time I got stoned was probably just like all the other times I got stoned. Driving around with friends. Going back afterwards, watching shit, listening to music, eating a lot of food. Going to getting food. I had like $1,200 saved from working all summer. I blew it within the first 2 months.
Wow. Dicks.
I also was smoking cigarettes then, so. But I would buy a gram of weed a day. It was $20 then because it was $20 gram, $60 bags because it was fucking, it was more illegal and it was, black market, so it was priced more. But yeah, so I just fucking blew through all that. And then I had to get a job in college. And I got fired from that job.
You only had $1,200 saved for college?
I think so. Because I didn't start saving until the summer right before.
Oh, wow.
When I was in high school, I would work all the time in high school, but I would just get crap. Like half of the DVDs that you see down there, probably more like 2/3 of it, all purchased from my days working at Fairway and Taco John's when I was in high school.
Yeah, you're not very good with money.
Way to make that apparent on the podcast, Molly.
Oh,
Thanks a lot. You're a fucking terrible co-host. Why the fuck did I promote you?
I don't know. Do you want me to leave?
No.
That's what I thought.
I was about to say yes, but then I was like, ooh, Molly's like, ooh, she might actually do it.
I would actually do it.
I know. That would be a hilarious podcast moment, I will say. But I don't know. I also lost my virginity in college.
Yeah.
I remember that. This woman, she was a whore. When I first met her, I met her at the house of the guy that I used to buy weed from. And she fucked the guy that I used to buy weed from at the party. And showed her tits to everybody. She was like showing off, like, look at me! Look at my tit eyes! Not really like that, but yeah. And I'll never forget this. At that party, there was a heated makeout session with 3 different women on the couch, and so I was waiting for the weed, and I didn't drink then, so I was the only people sober. Actually, probably the only one sober. And so I'm just sitting there watching like a group of 20 people all just circled around watching 3 women make out on the couch. And then the funny thing was right beside them, there was this one gay guy that I was friends with, and he's just sitting on his phone right next to them on Grindr trying to get dick. Just not paying attention to anything. And then one of the chicks, she was bent over and her ass sticking out and their G-string was hanging out. And one of my friends she's like, do it, grab it. So I just went over and
That was not who you got laid with.
No, I don't think so.
No, it wasn't.
It might have been.
No. Nobody's gonna sleep with you after
Look,
that.
I think when women are drunk enough, they're not, she wouldn't have even made the connection in her mind that it was me. Oh my gosh. My glasses are fogging up and shit. Oh! Anyways, so a month later, I went over to her apartment with other friends. I had a couple other friends with me. She had another friend with me. Her friend left. My friends left. It was just us, and then happened. I think it was implied, or I had an idea that maybe I would try to do that. So I had a condom with me. Condom broke within the first 10 fucking minutes. I did not have a backup. So we can have sex. And there's actually a point later where she was trying to get me to have sex with her regardless, and I was like, no, I'm not. I'm not gonna get disease my fucking first time I. Is this making you uncomfortable?
No.
Okay. But yeah, so and then I asked her. I ended up asking her later. I'm like, what was my rating? And she said, I said, on a scale of 1 to 10. She gave me a 0 and suggested I read a book. Not like watch porn or like, like the bare basics.
Ouch.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, it's not even really her fault as much as my fault asking that stupid ass question. Guys, if you lose your virginity, do not ask her how you did.
You did bad.
You did poorly. That's why I've always promoted sex before marriage.
I think most people do.
Really? Do they?
It's not our parents' age. Some people still are like, oh, you shouldn't do that before marriage. But most people nowadays are like, yeah, you should really explore your options.
No, I mean, as a society as a whole, yeah, I would definitely agree with that.
It's becoming less of a taboo. So.
Yeah, that's true.
The Catholic Church does not have as much power anymore.
That's true. Thank God. It's fucking pedos.
I don't even remember when I lost my virginity.
It was younger than me.
It was 16. But like,
some people would argue that it didn't even count with you.
It counts.
Because you didn't get dick.
That would be really sad and pathetic because then I wouldn't have lost my virginity until I was 24.
Hey, at least you're not Steve Carell.
No, virginity is not. That's a very stupid and archaic way.
No, I agree. I think, I mean,
sex is sex, regardless of who you have it with.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I mean, ultimately, you're right. Yeah.
But it was very slow getting into it. Like, I don't even remember exactly. Like, it was like, like just making out, and then like a couple weeks later it would be like, okay, we're getting a little handsy.
That's really it's really uncommon with lesbian couples. Usually they move in right after.
Right. I was still trying to convince mine not to kill herself, so.
God, go toe-to-toe on that. Speaking of crazy killing yourself shit, that was a terrible fucking way to start. The chick, the Brie lady that we're gonna have on in a couple weekends, she has BPD apparently. I was scrolling through TikTok and she had a whole video about it. She has BPD. I did not watch it, but I don't know. I don't know. I was wondering if that would be an interesting thing to ask about, or if that would be offensive.
Ask her beforehand.
Cool. That's a good idea.
Yeah.
But there's something, I don't know. There's always that part of me that wants to like put him on the spot, do like a Michael Moore.
Yeah. Well, that's stupid.
Sir, how what's your response to the arms deal that was just signed? Sir, you're not answering. Sir. Yeah. But college guys sucked, I had an incident where a guy on my floor like fucking rubbed his dick all over me. It was a whole fucking thing. Yeah, I told the guy and he had to report it. And I had to talk to that officer about it, and I was baked as shit. And he was like, "You gotta talk to the officer." I'm like, "I have to go down there." He's like, "Oh, either that, or he's coming up here." I'm like, "Fuck." So I had to go do that. I didn't end up pressing charges, but the police eventually did. But yeah, I think the saddest thing about that whole experience was that everybody on the floor essentially turned on me because they felt like it wasn't that big of a deal, and it was kind of just joking around and all that. I don't know. What are your thoughts?
On what?
I don't know. Generally, I like.
You should always report it.
Well, yeah, I guess the response to like people that react like that, because there's always, not always, but there seems to be the stereotype that that when it's involving men, it's not a big deal, but if it's a man on a woman, it's a bigger deal.
Yeah. I don't know what you're asking me.
I think he answered it. It's like, yeah, no, it's not good.
Yeah. It's bad stuff.
I suck. Why, Molly? Why am I doing this? Why do I have a podcast?
I don't know.
Why am I doing this?
I don't know.
Anyways, I get probably wrap it up here soon. But the reason we're doing this school rant is because I'm about to start DMAC. By the time this will be up, I would have already started. But we're doing this the day before. I gotta get up at fucking 8:30 in the morning, or no, 8 a.m. Go get my book. Go get to class. Go to my photography class where I have to take notes for a grade, like I'm in fucking 5th grade or some shit. And yeah, and then I have a night class for 4 hours once a week on the computer. Apparently, changed it. And online classes, and yeah, and you're doing your classes, learning about sexuality or whatever, and all that. Learning to be a therapist. You gotta do AA this week. Oh fuck, are you gonna do that today? Oh yeah, don't forget about that. Molly has a really big drinking problem. We've been trying to keep quiet on the show here, but she, behind the scenes when we're doing a podcast, she has a bottle of Tito's vodka that she is just chugging. If you listen really closely, you can actually hear the glug, glug, glug of the bottle as she intakes it. And it's really, it's kind of a turn off to the guests, seeing my girlfriend / assistant, I guess, promoted. Despite your alcohol problem, we're going to promote you because we don't discriminate here. But I will say the chugging vodka in the back is kind of off-putting, I would say. So I'm glad you're taking the steps to go to AA. How long have you been sober? About 2 hours?
Yep. 2 hours.
You had your last what's the fucking... God damn it. The drink that it's orange juice and vodka.
Screwdriver.
Well, screwdriver, but it's mimosa.
That's champagne.
Okay. Starting off with some champagnes and screwdrivers in the morning. You remembered that you had AA today, so you decided to not do that.
Yep.
Well, no, not do it, but I mean you did anyways. But you were like, okay, after my 6th mimosa, I'm gonna sober up.
Yep.
So I don't go to AA shit-faced. Molly, it's been a fun podcast. Thanks for hanging in. Thanks for running with the punches. I know I'm an asshole. I'm sorry. Used to by now, I guess. What's your social? Where can people find you?
Nowhere. Don't look.
What's your OnlyFans? We have yet to start the podcast how I want to start the podcast.
I'm never going to.
Molly, I was going to say break podcast history, but one of the porn companies has already done that.
Yeah.
Fortunately, it's still my fucking idea. I'm going to sue. I'm going to fucking sue. But you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to make it better. I'm telling you, I'm going to get a fucking dragon dildo. And we're not even one. We're gonna get a bunch of them. We're gonna paint them all different colors, and that's gonna be our new background. We're just gonna have fucking massive dragon dildos, and that might be awkward for some of the rappers.
They're used to it.
Got a lot of Frank Ocean's coming in here and shit. Tyler's. Oh, so you're texting on the podcast now? I really appreciate that. Okay, well, I guess it's time to wrap up here, folks. because even my assistant doesn't give a shit about what I'm talking about. So, all right, PC cunts.